Grand Rising. Today I want to talk about change the object and the shadow will change. Change the object and the shadow will change. Imagination creates all reality. If there's something in your life that you want to change, you can change it. You have the power to create it into your life, so you have the power to uncreate it in your life. So you're able to manipulate energy and you're able to attract things based on how you feel. So your feelings are vibrations that you send out into the universe. And that feeling that you send out will come back to you objectified. So if you're in a, quote, great mood, then you will get great things. If you're in a bad mood, then you will get, quote, bad things. So the universe is no respecter of none. The universe does not understand whether something is bad or something is good. It just gives you things based on how you feel, how you carry yourself. So if you want to change the outer world, or if you want to change the shadow, you have to change the object. So the object is your human imagination. This is your human awareness, your consciousness, your I amness. So you change this through the medium of feelings. So feeling is going to be one of your biggest powers. Neville Goddard teaches us that your dominant feelings will impress your subconscious mind, and that's what you're going to get in your screen of space or in your 3D world. So if you have a car and the car is in front of the sun, then it's going to make a shadow. You're going to see the shadow of the car. So if we take that car and we move it and we put another car in its place, the shadow will be different. Unless it's the exact same car. But the shadow is going to be different. So if you want to have a different shadow, if you want to have a different 3D world, if you want to have a different outer world, if you want to have a different life, then you have to go in your mind and you need to change that object. So you can do this in many different ways. You can assume that you have what you desire, and that assumption is going to be impressed on your subconscious mind. So this is your soul. This is your Garden of Eden. This is where all things will grow. You can script. When you write down, I am so grateful, you're actually thinking it, imagining it before you even write it down. And you're writing it down also, and then you're also saying it out loud. So this is a good way to impress your subconscious mind. You can create an imaginal scene that implies that you have your desire. So if you desire $10,000 right now, what would you do with it? What are you going to do with it? So if you have $10,000 and you're going to start a new business, you're going to mentally go within yourself, your mind, your imagination, and you're going to create a scene that implies that you already had the $10,000. So if you're doing this for a business, you can imagine yourself having a successful business and you are now in Hawaii on your laptop working on the beach. So this implies that you already got the money. So you can create something that helps you live in the end of the wish fulfilled. Remember that God is I am, not I will be or I was. So your self-concept of right now should be something loving and something deserving. So you deserve all things. So your concept should be freedom, love, peace, joy, and harmony. Whenever you change these objects in your mind, you're going to see the shadows in the outer world start to change. So you're going to be led across a bridge of incidents. You're going to have these series of events. They're going to lead you towards the end to where you're going to see where the shadow has changed. So your outer world or the shadow is not going to change until you go within yourself and change you. Your self-concept has to change of you, because the outer world, remember, the outer world is a reflection or a shadow of your mind. So you can't change the shadow by changing the shadow. You have to actually change the object, and then the shadow will automatically change. So you don't have to do nothing physically. You don't have to force anything. If you heard my last video, remember that force causes friction. So this is something that my mentor was telling me about, that you want to change things in the outer world because it just seems so natural, but the actual reality is in your mind. So whenever you go in and you're causing all this friction and you're causing so much resistance when you're applying force, things, when you're manifesting, those things are not supposed to be hard in a sense. They're supposed to be naturally and divinely and intuitively guided. So now, if you go to the gym and you're trying to bench press 225 pounds, yes, that's physically difficult, but you have to see your mind. You have to see it in your mind first, and then your body went to the gym and you were able to apply that. So remember that where the mind goes, the feet soon will follow. So if you see a shadow, or if you see your outer world and you do not like it, that is a reflection of your mind. So you've got to go in and put different objects in your mind. You've got to see yourself having that successful business or having that successful job. You've got to see yourself getting promoted. You've got to see yourself living a healthy lifestyle. You've got to see yourself loving yourself. You got to see others loving you. You've got whatever your heart desires are, you have to have the mentality that it's already yours, because it is. And then once you believe with conviction and you truly believe in your heart that you can have that desire, then things will change. So in order to change the shadow or the outer world, you have to change. We're always trying to change other people. We want to change our family. We want to change this. We want to change our friends. But those are only messengers telling us how we are, how we're feeling. So once you start changing your mindset and you change all the things that you put in your mind and you change those towards the direction that you want to go, then those people are going to start changing how they react to you. Once you start loving yourself and not trying to change the outer world, then those people will replicate exactly how you're feeling. If you're feeling loving, if you're feeling proud, if you're able to forgive all of those people around you that may have harmed you or you thought have caused you some type of harm, then you can actually feel a sense of freedom. You can sense this weight that's been lifted off of you. And that's because everybody's you pushed out. Remember that we are an extension of God. We're an extension of this creator, an extension of the universe, Mother Earth. Whatever you choose to call it, your human body is an extension of that. And it's okay for you to have a human experience, but you need to realize that this human experience is coming from your mindset. So everything here is subjective, everything's psychological. So you don't do anything physical to change the outer world because it's going to make situations worse for you. Whenever you're trying to change the physical world without changing your attitude, things kind of go downhill. You start feeling like there's nobody on your side. Maybe you start feeling like, you're just at a dead end. But once you go inward and you start believing that all things are possible, you start receiving these miracles. And miracles are not random. Miracles happen every day. If you woke up and you're able to hear my voice right now, you're a walking miracle. But when it comes to things that we've been programmed to think that are bigger, those may take a little bit of time. So with that being said, you want to be able to love yourself. You want to be able to love yourself a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And once you do this, you're able to actually feel more confident and you're able to believe in yourself. You're able to believe that all these things are possible. So if you get anything from this video, I want you to practice on loving yourself. Once you start loving yourself, then the shadow is going to change. I promise you that. because you are the creator of this universe. You are the universe in human flesh. So you sabotaging yourself, you feeling sorry for yourself, you assuming that, life is bad, or that if one bad thing's happen, or if one bad thing happens, then another bad thing happens. If you keep thinking those things, you're going to keep reliving those things. You're going to keep reliving that cycle. So when you die, you're going to come back and relive it again and again and again. You're going to come across people that are negative to remind you over and over and over. And it's going to be the same lesson in a different human body until you learn your lesson. So you have to learn to love yourself. That is the most important thing on this channel, is self-love. So learn to love yourself, and I promise you that you will change the outer world. Life is good. If you did like this video and it does resonate with you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Go out there and use your gifts and make life happen. Peace.